Hi, I'm Miriam Cates and this is GBN Originals. Today we're digging into a revelation that has sent shockwaves through the heart of our capital city and indeed the nation. According to a recent report, 1 in every 12 people living in London is now believed to be an illegal migrant. This staggering statistic not only highlights the scale of the immigration crisis we face, but also raises serious questions about the effectiveness of our border control and immigration policies. Now let's start by putting this into perspective. London is a city of roughly 9 million people, but it's now home to an estimated 750,000 illegal migrants. That's equivalent to the entire population of a major city like Leeds or Sheffield. This isn't just a minor issue, it's a fundamental transformation of our capital's demographic makeup. The sheer number of illegal migrants in London raises serious concerns about the strain on public services, on housing and the job market. It's a situation that demands immediate attention and action from our government. So how did we get here? Well, the roots of this crisis can be traced back to years of lax border controls and ineffective immigration policies. Despite promises from successive governments to take back control of our borders, the reality on the ground tells a very different story. In recent years, we've seen a surge in small boat crossings across the English Channel. While successive governments have made efforts to tackle this issue, including the introduction of the Illegal Migration Act in 2023, these measures have clearly fallen short. The presence of such a large number of illegal migrants in London has far-reaching consequences. Firstly, there's been a huge strain on public services. Our NHS, our social services, our roads, our tubes, trains are all under increasing pressure. Now add 750,000 undocumented individuals to the mix, that only exacerbates these challenges.
Us blokes hate talking about a little thinning up top, and many of us settle with that balding look, but that wasn't for me, and that's why I went to Elite Hair, the world's leading hair loss clinic, and now I've had over 4,000 new hairs added to this barnet, and very soon I'm going to be rocking some brand new flowing locks. And you can too! So how does it work? Step 1, I sent the team a set of photos of my head. Step 2, I then spoke to one of the Elite Hair staff who looked through my photo submissions and worked out a treatment plan for me. Step 3, Elite Hair then organised accommodation and the treatment. I was at their state-of-the-art treatment centre in Istanbul, and their incredibly kind staff took me through the process, and before I knew it, I was in surgery. Elite Hair and their leading medical experts have specialised in pain-free treatments using the sleep deep method, and they really mean that. I felt incredibly relaxed the whole time, and I haven't felt any pain since. Check out Elite Hair using the link in the description. When you do, Elite Hair will provide you with a free personalised hair analysis. Then you'll join over 100,000 happy patients. Hit that link and start your hair growth journey like I did today!
Secondly, the housing crisis. London's housing market is notoriously expensive and competitive. The influx of illegal migrants further tightens the market, potentially driving up costs for law-abiding residents. Thirdly, huge amounts of job market distortion. Illegal migrants often work in what we call the shadow economy, undercutting wages and potentially taking jobs from British workers. Fourthly, community cohesion. Such a large, undocumented population can lead to parallel societies, undermining social cohesion and integration. It's clear that the British public is deeply concerned about illegal immigration. A recent poll found that 65% of people felt the government should do more to remove illegal immigrants. This sentiment is reflected across various demographic groups and political affiliations. Moreover, the public's faith in the government's ability to handle the crisis is at an all-time low. A staggering 79% of voters disapprove of the government's track record on this issue. This lack of confidence is a damning indictment of our political class's failure to address one of the most pressing issues of our time. To their credit, the current government has made some efforts to address the crisis. In January this year, they announced that they'd removed 16,400 people with no right to be in the UK, which is the highest number in 5 years. While this is certainly a step in the right direction, it's clear that much more needs to be done. Number 1, a new sanctions regime to target individuals and entities enabling dangerous journeys across the Channel. Number 2, increased cooperation with international partners to disrupt smuggling gangs. Number 3, the introduction of electronic travel authorisation, or ETA, to enhance border security. However, given the scale of the problem we face in London, these measures seem woefully inadequate. The situation in London is nothing short of a national emergency. We need a comprehensive and robust approach to tackle illegal immigration. Here are some steps that should be considered. Number 1, strengthen border controls. We need to invest more in our border force and technology to prevent illegal entry into our country. Number 2, expedite removals. Most of those classed as illegal immigrants came here legally but failed to leave once their visa expired. The process of removing those with no right to remain needs to be significantly accelerated. Number 3, we need to crack down on employers. Businesses that knowingly employ illegal migrants should face severe penalties. Number 4, address the pull factors. We need to review and potentially reform policies that may incentivise illegal migration, such as access to certain public services. Number 5, international cooperation. We must work more closely with our international partners to tackle the root causes of illegal migration and disrupt the smuggling networks. It's important to note that this crisis in London is part of a broader national challenge. While the capital may be the epicentre, illegal immigration affects communities across the UK. We must also consider the global context. The world is facing unprecedented levels of displacement and migration. However, this doesn't mean we should simply accept uncontrolled illegal immigration. Other countries, such as Australia, for example, have shown that it is possible to maintain a firm but fair immigration system. While addressing the illegal immigration, we must also have a frank discussion about legal migration levels. Net migration to the UK reached a record high of more than 900,000 people in the year ending June 2023. This level of immigration, even when legal, puts significant pressure on our infrastructure, our public services, and of course on social cohesion. The government has pledged to bring these numbers down, but a concrete action plan is needed. We need an immigration system that serves the needs of the British economy and society, not one that overwhelms our capacity to integrate newcomers. The revelation that 1 in 12 Londoners is an illegal migrant is a wake-up call. It exposes the true scale of the challenge we face and the urgent need for action. This isn't about politics or ideology, it's about the future of our capital city and indeed our nation. We need policies that prioritise the interests of British citizens while maintaining our tradition of offering sanctuary to those genuinely in need. As we move forward, let's have an honest, open debate about immigration and its impact on our society. Only by confronting this issue head-on can we hope to find solutions that work for everyone. This is Miriam Cates for GBN Originals. Don't forget to hit subscribe to our GB News YouTube channel.